This is what I need to become to be serious.
What? Practically deformed?
No. A law student.
Yes, we've been wanting to do Legally Blonde forever. So Legally Blonde is a 2001, which means 20th anniversary this year, American comedy film directed by Robert Luketic in his feature film directorial debut. And it stars Reese Witherspoon, Luke Wilson, Selma Blair, Matthew Davis, Victor Garber, and Jennifer Coolidge. And of course, Reese Witherspoon plays Elle Woods, a sorority girl who attempts to win back her ex-boyfriend, Warner Huntington III, by getting her degree at Harvard Law School, and in the process overcomes stereotypes against blondes and triumphs as a successful lawyer through the unflappable self-confidence and fashion beauty know-how.
I once had to judge a tighty-whitey contest for Lambda Kappa Pi. Trust me, I can handle anything.
She's amazing.
Oh, she's amazing. And as a lifelong blonde, I'm just saying thank you so much, Rhys, for all that you have done to make us feel not quite so dumb.
So if you're trying to sell it to me for full price, you picked the wrong girl.
I cannot imagine any other actress playing Elle Woods, but oh, Ash, the list is oh so long of who was almost cast in this role. Are you ready? So
I'm ready.
We have Charlize Theron, Gwyneth Paltrow, Alicia Silverstone,
no way.
Katherine Heigl, Christina Applegate, and Jennifer Love Hewitt, which I cannot imagine her as a blonde, but they were all considered for the role of Elle Woods. The one who I could most possibly see in that role is actually Christina Applegate, and she was initially offered the role of Elle, but she turned it down. Christina actually told ET in 2015 that she turned down the role because she didn't want to play another stereotypical blonde character like she did in Fox's Married with Children for all those years.
Okay.
But then Christina went on to say that the role was made for Rhys, and nobody could have played it better.
Me!
And then for the role of Vivian, who we all know it is Selma Blair, and it's fun because Reese Witherspoon and Selma Blair were together in Cruel Intentions, another movie that we need to do. But Vivian was almost played by Chloe Sevigny. But Chloe turned it down because she had an opportunity to film a movie that was in Paris, and she was like, I'm going to Paris.
Well, another casting fun fact, I love this one. So Alana Ubach and Jessica Caulfield, who play Margot and Serena, they helped each other kind of get the part. So Jessica was already cast as Margot, and she was friends with Alana. So they were like, listen, we're gonna basically put together like a choreographed situation here. Copy my movements during my screen test, like we'll help each other out so we can help you get the part. And they did their test together, had kind of the same movements, and guess what? The chemistry was on point because they already knew each other anyways.
Yeah. Luckily.
If you have ever wondered how Woods, Elle got her name, well, in fact, Elle is named after Elle, the fashion magazine. Now, a lot of people might not realize that Legally Blonde was inspired from a book by Amanda Brown, and she actually spent her time at Stanford Law School reading tons of copies of Elle and writing a bunch of letters back home detailing to her classmates to whom she didn't relate. And so Brown later made a manuscript based off of those letters and sent it to an agent, and she originally wrote the manuscript on pink, fluffy paper.
It's pink.
Oh, and it's scented. I think it gives it a little something extra, don't you think?
Reese actually studied sorority sisters to get into character. So in the DVD commentary, they talk about this, where she spent 2 weeks studying the behavior of sorority girls. On top of that, the toilet paper thing was based on a real thing that she experienced.
It has come to my attention that the maintenance staff is switching our toilet paper from Charmin to generic. All those opposed to chafing, please say aye.
Obviously, we know that Elle Woods is really frickin' smart, but I never realized exactly how smart she is. So in LSAT, a perfect score is 180. And as we all know, Elle got a 179! And dude, that's like 1 point away from a perfect score. Like, when I was watching this, I had no idea that she was like that close to just being a frickin' law genius.
What, like it's hard?
So we know the line,
Whoever said orange was the new pink was seriously disturbed.
this is actually a reference to producer Mark Platt's other production, Josie and the Pussycats.
You guys, orange is the new pink. Yeah!
I love that reference. That's amazing.
It's the best tie-in that we had no idea about, on top of it being a truly iconic line.
So Matt Davis actually developed 2 crushes on his co-stars. He was crushing all over the set. So the actor who played Wormer had a thing for Reese Witherspoon. Who doesn't? And apparently since he was 15 years old, he had the crush on her and was such a bumbling idiot that the producers had to make sure that he was feeling okay on set. And he ended up telling the then married Reese Witherspoon his feelings for her. And she professionally told him that he was very sweet for saying that. And they should get back to work.
Brush off, the most professional brush off I've ever heard.
So funny. And then he was also crushing on Selma on set. And he said he absolutely loved and adored her and developed a crush on her at the time. But she was with someone else. I think she was dating Rushmore actor Jason Schwartzman at the time.
Bend and snap.
We all know the bend and snap, but did you know that the bend and snap was like a drunken creation? Yeah, this wasn't originally in the script, nor was it based off of anything real. But according to the writers, the bend and snap was a spur-of-the-moment drunken creation, and they really wanted a scene for Jennifer Coolidge, who played Paulette. And at first it was going to be like a robbery or a crime, but then McCullough and co-writer Kristen Smith created the bend and snap, and they were at a bar, and according to EW, McCullough asked, what if Elle shows Paulette a move so she can get the UPS guy? And that's what happened.
Oh my God, the bend and snap works every time.
Well, let's talk about the ending of the movie. Yeah. We know the ending, she's giving the speech. We did it! And we kind of get an update of like what ended up happening with their lives after that. So initially there was an alternate ending with Reese Witherspoon and Luke Wilson's characters kissing on the courthouse steps. So right after the case ended, and then it cut to Elle Woods and Vivian forming a blonde legal defense club. But test audiences were way too invested in Elle Woods and like what became of her after that to like that conclusion. They wanted it to go even further than that. So I'm glad it didn't end there. I like the ending that they had.
That was filmed much later on, and Rhys had actually already signed up for another movie role and was filming in London.
Rhys kept all 60 of Elle's outfits. It was in her contract to keep all the clothes. She told Hollywood.com that she kept all the outfits that she wore in the film mainly to keep them from being sold on the internet, which is very interesting. And then we saw the home edit ladies organize them all on Netflix on that show.
The producer has his own costume too.
Oh, it's the hat. It's the hat. Wait, Reese, put it on.
Imagine become Elle Woods.
That's going to do it for this episode of Stream Queens. But we want to know, what do you guys think of the new Loki schedule? It's dropping on Wednesdays versus Fridays. Do we like it? And when are we talking about spoilers? Let us know.
And definitely tweet us your thoughts once you have binged season 2 of Love, Victor. Do you love it? Were you expecting that love triangle twist? Tell me your thoughts, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.